Three's in pit.
Two's in pit.
Cobra 7-4 in the pit.
Okay, that's everyone. I'll get a taxi clearance.
You guys, call when ready to taxi, sorry.
Good morning, Viper 3, you are number 2 for departure, taxi, Alpha, and then hold, short, runway 34.
4 screen check. 3 screen check for joystick.
2 screen chat.
Good morning, Cobra 7, you are number 4 for departure, hold present position. Give way to Snake 1-4 F-16, taxiing, Alpha. Viper 3-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 2915.
Can anyone see whatever for Viper flight is? Are they holding short over there?
1-3, ready.
Cobra 7, you are number 4 for departure. Hold present position. Give way to Snake 1-4 F-16, taxiing, Alpha.
Fox 7-3. Snake 1-4, Snake 1-1 on uniform 2.
Banana, we're in Victor 18.
Taxi.
A banana, we're in Victor 18.
Good morning, Snake 1, you are number 2 for departure. Taxi, Alpha, and then hold, short, runway 34.
Cran Hawk 7, ready for takeoff.
Sorry, I was all time for a sec. Did they give us clearance yet?
Not yet. We're number
Good
4.
morning, Hawk 7, you are number 4 for departure. Hold
number
present
3.
position. Give way to Cobra 7-4 F-16, taxiing, Alpha.
Ground Falcon 1-4, ship S request taxi for departure.
Good morning, Falcon 1, you are number 5 for departure. Hold present position. Give way to Hawk 7-4 F-16, taxiing, Alpha. Cobra 7, taxi, Alpha, and then hold, short,
There we go.
runway 34.
Red flight test, taxi.
Two's taxi.
3 taxi.
Snake 1-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 2915.
4 taxi. We'll just take off in two ships and then element and trail.
2.
3. 4.
Cobra 7-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 2915. Good morning, Mako 2. You are number 7 for departure. Hold present position. Give way to Gamble 7-4 F-16 taxiing.
That's weird, I'm not getting anything from tower.
Good morning, Gamble 7. You are number 5.
Snake 1-1, contact departure.
There it goes.
Cobra 7, check off tower. Wayne 260 at 3 knots. Runway 34, you're cleared for takeoff.
Two, if you're on the runway, let's just do a rolling takeoff. We don't got a lot of time, and then element will catch up in the air.
2.
4, same. 4. Three's rolling. 4 rolling.
Cobra 7-1, contact departure.
3's wheels on.
2 airborne visual.
Alright, flight 4, 350 knots, 7 degrees nose up, reference steer 2, right hand turn.
2.
Box 7, you're from check.
3.
4.
3.
Flight push uniform 6, and we'll do it.
4.
Flight push uniform 6.
Oh, 14.
Look at that.
Hawk 7, check off.
6 or 14.
Oh shit, 14, thank you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
3. Yep, you just were all saying it, so I didn't hear it.
Yeah, roger.
Dark Star, Snake 1-1.
Thanks for the reminder.
4-ship, airborne as fragged. Request alpha check, bullseye.
Snake 1, radar contact, bullseye, 275, 115, 9,000.
Okay, 4, I'll just let them go ahead and start dropping back. 4 copies.
Cobra 7-1 uniform check. Stevie, did you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, you just wanted to just reply to like how Streak does it, I guess, but whatever.
Say again? What?
I just on uniform. Can you just transmit like if you hear my transmission, just call in order.
Copy.
Try it again. Okay, one more time. Cobra 7-1 uniform check.
Cobra 7-2.
Cobra 7-3. Cobra 7-4. Nice job. Okay, I got y'all. Okay, 4-3's visual on your right. I'll come past you. Yeah, sorry, 3, I got ahead of you. No problem. Yeah, you're free to go fluid anywhere up to a mile. Just tell me if you switch sides.
Following you from check. 2. Arc 7-3. 4. Dark Star, Snake 1-1.
Send it.
Snake 1-1 is slip 2. Dark Star, Cove. I'm on the wrong channel. I got these bound backwards. Dark Star, Cobra 7-1, checking in, request alpha check.
Cobra 7, radar contact, bullseye 270, 110, 15,000.
A firm, Cobra 7-1, we are also slip 2.
What does that mean?
I think it means that we're 2 minutes behind Carrot. If not, I'm gonna sound like a real idiot.
Okay.
I think that means we're 2 minutes behind Carrot.
Yeah, I understand you. You just posted that on Victor and then Uniform.
Falcon 1, check uniform.
I said that on uniform.
Okay.
1-3. 4.
Package Falcon 1 airborne, 4 ships.
Falcon 1 radar contact, bullseye 275, 120.
Sorry, Steve, I got a little slow here.
Package, what's your pass by? 4, passing right. Visual.
Radar contact, bullseye 273, 115, 7,000.
Good check and loud and clear, Dark Star Falcon.
I'm about gentle climb, Stevie, and I'm full mil, so yeah.
213, 41, 2 contacts.
350 knots now.
Copy.
East group, bullseye 193, 45, 25.
Flight, let's fence in.
2 contacts, Fulcrum. West group, bullseye 225, 55, 21,000, heavy, 4 contacts.
3's fence 10-6.
2's fenced in 11.
4's fenced in 11. I'm going to bring the speed slightly up to 320. We're about 4.4 back.
Okay, leading left steer 3.
2.
3. 4.
Got contact spades dead ahead, 80 miles. Bearing 110.
Copy. Right about over steer 5.
Yep.
Mako 2, uniform check.
Mako 2-2, checking in.
Package picture update. Picture is 4 group ladder, bullseye 227, 48, 30 deep, 15 wide.
Single strober directly off the nose, 40 mile. Sorry, 70 mile.
Yeah, that's that ladder that he's talking about.
There's 27.
Mako 2 airborne, 4 good ship, 2 minutes late.
Less 27 front.
Copy.
Dark Star Snake 1-1, confirm South Group untargeted.
North group, south group, untargeted.
Cobra 7 is targeted 233, 55, 16,000. Your flight going gate.
2.
Dark Star Snake 1-1, declare bullseye 21734 strobe.
Element 6.5 back.
5.
Copy, do a half turn to get some separation.
Northeast group.
Coming out of gate 4.
4 contacts, heavy, fulcrum.
4.
2 uniform 14.
Okay, I've only got one, I got one.
4.
Cobra 7, west group, untargeted.
Hey 3, do you want to level off here? We're getting pretty slow here.
16,000. 2 contacts, fulcrum.
Snake 1-1, target.
3's leveling off. 29.
Bullseye
Hey,
236.
Stevie, you got this guy?
I got the one guy, yeah.
Yeah, that's your target.
Viper 3, threat, bra, 1, 3.
Which is a 2-ship.
40,
Yeah, I'll take the right one.
21,000. East group, 21,000. Fulcrum, 4 contacts, heavy.
Fox 3 25060. Fulcrum. Flanker, sorry. Fuck, I lost him.
Yeah, 7 check uniform.
Okay, I'm off track. 2.
3. 4.
Dark Star clear 23217. 20,000.
Element's only got strobers
40,
pressing in.
21,000. East group, west arm.
That group just turned cold.
Yeah, they're cold.
Yep.
Once they're heading.
Correction, bullseye 2337.
Just back to reference Steer 3.
Copy.
Northeast.
I'm at Angels 20 now.
2 contacts, fulcrum.
Climbing back up.
Dark Star,
Visual.
Viper 3-3, Viper 3-4, committing group bullseye 24152, 15.
Elements
context hostile.
delousing you.
Bullseye 24152, west group, engaged by Tornado 2-1 friendly.
Visual element. We're right below you.
Okay, just strobers so far, no locks.
Targeted, bullseye 23240.
Looks like they're both still running cold.
Bullseye 23341.
So he's able to get a lock on the trail.
Bullseye 23340,
Whatever.
20,000.
Just continue with you guys in the lead. We'll hook in here in a moment.
Roger, yeah, I've got a lock on one at 13,000, he's cold.
Snake.
Okay, I'm gonna go burner Stevie and turn left here back to get in behind these guys.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I have one at 238 for 45, 12,000, he's gate cold.
And now it's 5 times strobers.
Package, north lane.
29 nails, 11.
Contacts.
11 o'clock.
Engaging friendly.
Get him out of the burner.
We got friendlies and mixed up in that group now.
Yeah, he's firm, it looks preferable.
Package, new group, new south group, bullseye 240, 4 contacts, heavy, fulcrum.
Kid 3, you've got the attack lead. Just continue as fragged.
3 copy.
3 target this middle group.
3 say speed. 3 speed is 370 at the moment because I was pressing. I'm pulling it back to 350. 3's present target is cold 16,235 for force.
You go right as well.
Waste of nails, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, you got that group there, 21550. That's probably a flanker group.
Hey 3, I got these 2 targets.
Yeah, Roger, I'm just looking at that lot now.
ID flanker.
You're clear to
7. There's 2 times targets, flankers.
Yeah, strike that. It's 4 times target.
Okay, engage that group. We'll clear your 6.
Leading north.
3 salting right. On the right hand one. It's 22,000 flanking.
It's a 4 ship.
Yeah, Roger, it's 4 ship confirmed. 3 salted right. 4 sorted left.
We also have 29s from on the left side.
Roger,
037.
I'm monitoring that group as well.
Group Fulcrum.
Let's hope that the middle guys can get that.
69. Returning hot.
Fox through him.
Kit 2 gate.
2.
Snake 1-3.
3 is notching left.
4 is defensive.
2 spikes. Spike 27.
3 is defensive. Turning cover.
Center group bullseye 2-4.
I'm sort of left. Okay, my guy's defensive off.
Furball 5 enemy, 1 friendly.
2 defensive.
Chat. Flare.
2 clean. 2
Viper
defensive.
Body spy,
Fox
Colbert 262, 65.
2 defensive.
Okay. 4 still defensive.
36, 64.
3 still defensive. Missile at 6.
Okay. Yeah, I'm coming off.
Well, I got 29 nails coming from the north, close.
Roger.
Flare.
Viper, that furball bittersweet.
Cobra 74, Fox 3, MiG-29, 235, 44.
Defensive.
Chat.
4 is defensive to the south.
Altitude.
2 defensive.
27.
Defensive.
Okay, guys, let's reset. Flow steel 3.
3 copy.
4 copies.
Caution.
Defensive 2 27s.
Snake 1-1, Fox 3, center group.
Viper
4 is defensive, 227s, and MiG-29s.
Bra 165 for 5.
Yeah, copy. Just flow steel 3. Drag steel 3.
Still 3 copy.
Yeah, 3's flowing 3.
2 still defensive.
Copy 2, you got, are you spiked?
Update picture
Yeah,
is
spike
multiple group
27.
wall, center lane, 7 contacts. Fulcrum
Yeah,
and flanker.
Yeah, we have a wall to our left and rear.
To confirm you're still spiked?
No clean now. I'm on the deck. Flowing still 3 now.
Copy.
I need somebody to last me. 4 still spiked, flying steer 3.
Yeah, 3's spike, flowing steer 3, present 11,000, on a climb.
Okay, Stevie, turn in,
Merged.
on me. I'm turning into clear 4.
Mako and Falcon, threat bra 140.
Oh no.
So let's see. We start heading north, and I think here's where all the fun begins. Right there is where, like, if your original flight path had been more up in that direction rather than this direction,
Yeah.
that would have been it would have been much clearer as we were coming out here whether or not we were going to commit on these early groups or you.
Gotcha.
Because you were out right in front of us, but I wasn't hearing anything about you guys targeting.
Yeah.
So it was kind of confusing.
And yeah, comms to improve definitely on my side. My mental picture is we're just going to like swing over to our north cap lane, and that's going to be our problem. And I guess could have communicated that. And I knew you guys were right behind us, and that you guys had the middle and south lanes. So I assumed that.
Some of that just comes down to who did the frag, which was awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
Mailman like 4 weeks ago.
He's out. Yeah, he's out.
It's awesome. I think the steer point lines could be super simple if you want to drag them around, which I know is a pain sometimes. But like, the cap that's going to the north lane, just a straight line to the north lane, and then put the steer point line box in there for the lane.
Yeah.
To make things
so
visually simple.
Sorry, are we going to Viper or?
I didn't.
I'm just playing it through. Do you want to play?
No, that's fine. Well, no, I don't care. I just don't want to. I want to know if I should butt in and.
Yeah, by all means.
Right now.
So
if you reverse a bit.
Yeah.
Just because we're talking about targeting. So, Van, I think you asked, is that group targeted? They were right over. They were strobes, and they were right over our cap lane, like the center of our cap lane.
Yep. But we were like, you guys were behind us. Initially. So there's kind of this issue with who targets what, and these guys are coming at us.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to target in large part the closest thing to me. Because if, let's say I target that middle group,
but
I have a very limited ability to
you called out targeted on that group.
So, after Van asked. That's all. Like I was a little bit delayed on doing it.
Yeah, so we had, is it untargeted and it's untargeted. So then you called targeted.
Yep.
And
that was after
we hope that you take care of the 29s there. So that was also. Hey, we
end up
29s
changing
there.
Yes, we end up changing to target that, but we had to initially target this, and that's difficult to solve one way or another. If all of our flights had been heading out there in a nice big wall, and we all had the lanes clearly delineated via the brief, and we had early detection and communication, then it probably would have been a super simple problem. But the problem was we were out in front of you guys to some degree, and so we had to initially look closest in range. You can see we're already kind of leaning back towards targeting the middle group.
And then here, I was going to give Bloodhound a bunch of shit for like biting off on these guys that everyone else had targeted, but when Bloodhound cuts in, they're 25 miles away. Like that's definitely a threat. We briefed a commit range of 25 miles.
Yeah, it was all.
I should have been more proactive and said skip it. I was behind the ball for sure.
But there are two other cap flights nearer to it, right?
Yep.
I guess you don't necessarily have SA on that, but yeah.
Yeah, I should have had better SA and just said skip that. Well,
that all happened very fast, though. Like, you have a super limited ability to make an impact there when it happens that fast and that late.
And we didn't know the F-22s were rolling in there and engaging that group.
That too. That was a huge SA explosion for me, was seeing all those, that it was a furball, which I think was something that Brilliant called out. So nice.
Satan's jousting up here in the North Cap lane, but I'm not even going to, it's not even worth showing, because what's about to happen is these Patriots are just going to zap every single fucking thing up there.
I think Satan kills something.
Oh, sure. Maybe they down a jet or two, but I'm saying like by the time, in a minute from now, all these MiGs will be dead. So let's focus on the south stuff.
Right here, all of us are getting way closer than we wanted to get. It's just somewhat fortunate that these AI are fairly low and slow and not really that threatening.
Can you know in flight if the Patriot is engaging something?
If you hear it chirping away,
it's chirping away under RWR. It's a good clue, but
especially like if you're on the ground or something and at your airbase and you see a Patriot getting very excited, that's usually a sign that someone's attacking your airbase.
Be cool.
Might also see like shuttle launches.
But in terms of not launching an AMRAAM because there's a Patriot inbound, no.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Gabe still here?
Yeah.
Gabe, here was a situation where we don't want to be in this formation. This is.
Sorry, did you say Gabe or Abe? Sorry.
I said Gabe. Sorry, Gabe. Gabriel.
Gabriele.
This position here is not really where we want to be. We want to be side by side. That's why we were kind of trying to drive that all the time. But it's difficult when we start shifting around a lot. So the earlier we can decide how I'm going to target this thing, the better our formation can be as we get close.
Yeah.
So if we can be all nice and squared up in line abreast, then we both get to shoot at the same time. We defend at the same time. It's great.
Yeah. It's hard because it was pretty far.
Yeah.
I used to like 1.5 miles, like next to a lead. So
Right, but that's why like some of it is a little bit of trust, right? So if we're somewhat squared up and at the same time I say, hey, 1, 2, out left, and we both go out at the same time, we're still going to be pretty squared up when we face the other direction, right?
Yeah.
So we don't actually have to be so close that we can see each other all the time.
Yeah.
That's gotta be my favorite
Hell
part.
yeah.
VP right there.
I think you did hit that guy though, Gabriel, with that late shot.
Yeah, was that
Real
a
as
good
it gets.
shot?
What's that?
That's just
It's
how
not- Yeah.
BMS models AESA.
I think I shot that guy, yeah.
Yeah.
But he was
He didn't-
turning cold.
I think he damaged but didn't kill him.
Yeah.
Or I think he just got
Eventually.
tired of getting gunned. So streak. Shoot. Oh no, it's getting on the fucking
Yeah.
tornado.
Streak, no!
I thought this was the most beautiful missile shot I had on this
You thought it was Hydra.
BMS is like, nope.
I kept the radar on till Pitbull, and then I just turned away, and I called
Fuck
a
your
timeout,
stealth.
but it was a timeout of nothing.
Well, it's good. It got timed out.
I'll snap back to Cobra in a sec. I think. Oh, okay. This segues nicely into me dying. So 3 and 4 are running back north, and I swing around to try and delouse them because by now I'm listening to the picture. I realize there's this group like 15, 20 miles their ass. But I don't want to shoot. I'm holding my shot because it got called as a fur ball. Yeah. So the correct thing to do would just be turn around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turn around, make it someone else's problem. But this, I'm just watching the bricks dance around on the FCR. A little slow.
Were you hoping that it would be no longer a fur ball? Like, were you just
I was
trying to find a clear target?
I was hoping that by the time I got over there, someone would break out and I would have a clean shot of them.
Yeah.
And that's what happened, but I got far too close by the time that happened because this fulcrum starts to break out.
Mm-hmm.
Run. And I think I start to slice out here.
10 miles.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think I start to slice out here and then for some reason decide to... Oh! That's right. So I see missiles come off the guy and I'm like, oh shit, he's shooting at my wingman. I better force him defensive. So I slice back in. He was not shooting at my wingman. So I'm already dead.
You might have saved your wingman from a rundown, you know?
Your sacrifice is appreciated.
Yeah.
So you would have survived had you defended there, you think?
I think right here, if I had just, it would have been close,
close.
but had I just sliced out here, I think I
10
would have been
miles.
okay. Yeah.
You can easily,
Had a little
if you
buffer
know how
because
far
he's
he
at
is.
17,000 feet. If he was up at 30,000 feet, you would have been maybe dead.
No, I was just being slow and dumb. I wasn't keeping track of the range as it ticked down because I was just trying to maintain SA of, and I think there were a bajillion Fox calls back here, and I was just trying to soak up too much at once.
Well, yeah, the range was 7 miles.
The standard lesson is always true. If you are hot, you have, your brain has about a quarter of the time to solve the problem, even though it's 50% faster. And if you are cold, you have so much more time to solve the problem. So that becomes an issue in BMS a lot because I think you get used to not having a capable GCI, but with a good GCI, right, a good controller, you can be facing the wrong way and he can tell you where the dude is and you can have complete SA to him. And unless the dude is like mega fucking fast, you'll have
Which
so
these
much
guys
time.
can be, but still.
They can be.
That was totally preventable. Could have bought myself
But even
lots more
there
time.
at like Mach 1.1, if you're doing 0.9 the other direction, you still
You got
got
an
gobs
eternity
of time to be like,
yeah.
okay, they're coming after me. It's no longer furball. Okay. Hey, let's commit the furthest of our guys. Let's say it's 3 and 4. Turn them around. Take a quick shot. Run away. Right.
Yep.
finger air quotes short skate, right? And then solved it from there.
Here's Cobra. So
Guys, unfortunately, I have to go. So thank you for having me.
have a nice night, man. Take care.
Ciao.
Bye bye.
See you, keyboard.
So you want to give Abe control here?
Sorry, I temporarily went AFK. Sorry, trying to do.
Oh,
Abe, you are God.
Hours. I'm not at my keyboard, so someone else should do it.
I am
Okay.
God.
I can. Yeah, either of us can narrate the demise.
Okay, sorry, I'm back. Sorry.
Give it back.
Death of Cobra.
No, you can do it. It's all good.
Yeah, if you're back, you got it. There you go.
Okay, sorry about that.
Why do I have a weird dark gray box on the left side of my screen?
Back it up a moment. Okay, so we engaged. Okay, so that engagement there. I don't know how that happened. It's like a focus mode. I don't know how it happens in TAC.
I think it's showing you other people's field of view. Maybe I'm not sure.
Oh, somebody's on a 4:3 monitor. Nice job. Nice job, whoever you are. Somebody's on a CRT monitor from the 80s.
Or maybe just not full screen or something. I don't know. That's I never. That's
all good.
Today I learned. Okay,
just
so yeah. Okay, so so yeah, so they engaged. So we engaged, right? So Stevie engaged that group. What happened here? Basically they were in the notch, so I couldn't get a good sort. Like we knew eventually that there were. For a while I thought there was only one contact there, but then I realized there was a two, and we tried to sort, and I couldn't get a good lock on the other guy, so we just fired the one. Didn't really end up mattering because they were defending from those F-22s that we didn't realize were there. With everything being strobes, it's hard to get SA as to what direction everything's flying on your radar. And so then I was visual on the element. I saw them pass overhead, and I pulled us into a 10-mile trail, and I think we achieved that pretty well here. And so so we saw this group had trouble locking it, and theirs would be over there. So we're getting right into where our cab is fragged. Part of the problem is that we're the lead group by far at this point. We got nails in the center lane, and I thought I heard that they were targeted, but I wasn't sure. But anyway, I figured it was not our problem at that point. Sorry, giving everyone a seizure and making everyone sick. Okay, sorry. So right.
One more time. Okay.
So let's see. So
what range do the first shots come off?
Yeah. Get there at some point. So the lead guy is maybe this one here. We briefed to abort range of 17 miles. So Chris is firing, Chris is firing at about
17.
17, yep.
At the mock, nice.
But then he's got a split S at this point. Like that's the abort point. Like don't keep guiding your missile. Certainly, at the very least, try to crank. Don't keep flying hot into them. I guess he is trying to crank, but you got to be more aggressive about it. I think like point the nose down to keep your speed up and turn. And we had briefed to come off left, so that was good. And this is where things really. So I think we're okay here.
Yeah. Agreed.
The issue is what happens next. So I don't know how this happened or exactly how to prevent it.
My
I think
underwear
part of
is
it,
screaming here with M's.
Yeah. I don't have
spells.
anything.
You see me defensive.
So here's a couple things, suggestions.
Yeah. They are fast. So 3 and 4 are inside.
They are
the
fast,
bar,
but
8 miles.
I'll try to explain what happened at about 20 miles. They just disappeared from my radar screen. I even called out the Fox 3 call because I was about to I was holding down pickle, and then they just disappeared. And then I spotlight scanned the area. There was nothing there.
Okay.
And so then I got
jamming was
fixated.
definitely tough. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't
target
think this
is-
was jamming. I think there was. Well, I don't know. This was really
Oh.
weird. Like if they were jamming, I should have at least seen strobes in the area.
First thing that will help is if 4's shot is a good shot, because this is just ballistic. Not sure how that happens. Things happen, but avoiding that would be very, very helpful, because then you got 2 more missiles that are forcing more of them to defend, because these AI are geniuses, and they only defend if they're being actually, engaged. Seems like so. That's tough. But if they keep coming at you hot like this, like it should be really easy to kill them. So a good shot there would have been potentially 50% less problems to deal with. And then the targeting from the second element. So here, I guess somebody's already defending. Tough. That's not good, but you want to get a shot in there first, right? Like, because you're gonna, if these guys don't run away, if they keep coming at you, and you don't take your shots, then you are just screwed. But getting a shot out there for both players is going to be huge. And then here, obviously, the range is closing really fast.
Well, so that's where I'm target fixated. So
Yeah.
if you go back a moment, so I'm curious, does it show my lock?
Yep, you've got him. Well, let's see. You had him at about 20.
Yeah. So right here, I'm getting ready to fire. I'm pressing the pickle button, and then
gone.
Poof.
Nothing happens.
Right.
And so I do a quick. Well, I should have just aborted right there and ran and called for a delouse. That would have been the smart thing to do.
Probably. That's tough
but,
though.
But what I got target fixated. I tried to spotlight the area because I didn't even see strobes on the radar. It was just blank. And so and then I figured, well, maybe they got shot down. And so in my mind, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're getting like the RWR bug when people are saying they're spiked. I'm thinking the bandits are much further than they are. Because I've got nails 27 at this point, but I'm thinking it's a group that's taking off from Zeminik or whatever that airbase is out on the coast.
Yeah.
You think it's possible that you lost them below your scan volume here? I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. If you were in a 2-bar, and if you're in a 4-bar, it takes forever. So if you drop them, right, it might take a while to build them back.
I never do that. I always spotlight the area, and I just sweep from. Like I knew roughly where they were, so just spotlight the area, and then I just sweep the antenna elevation up and down to find them again.
Okay, but patience is the key, right? So you put the radar where you know they are, and then you wait. Because if you're sweeping it up and down and shit, then like who knows where the scan pattern is actually going to end up.
But isn't that the whole point of spotlight?
Well, spotlight is really for like extended ranges and breaking something out that you know is there, but you can't get because your radar energy is insufficient. But you're close here. You're 16 miles away, so you have the radar energy. Now the problem is how long it takes to get through a scan, right? Because if you look at a raster scan, he's only at one spot in that scan. So if you are moving it around,
if they all disappeared off the radar, that could just be some bug or server behavior.
It could just be a bug. I know. Yeah. I guess this isn't where I would use spotlight. I would potentially reduce my scan volume in azimuth a little bit because I know where these guys are. But I wouldn't necessarily say that spotlight is like the cure-all for this. But the scan elevation is like 99% of the time where shit goes off the rails.
Does spotlight modify the elevation?
No.
It puts you in a 4-bar scan, I believe, but stays centered at the same place.
Yeah.
But but since the azimuth scan is so rapid, what I do is I just manually make a higher bar scan by just moving the antenna elevation up and down.
Yeah,
I do this a lot. I don't know if it's a realistic procedure, but I do this a lot, and it works pretty well. Like, I almost never lose a target this way.
Yeah,
Like,
could just be a bug. RNG.
Yeah,
must be a bug, but Fan is right. If you change your antenna tilt, then the scan pattern starts again.
Yeah.
At a certain point. So if you do that too often, then it might skip it because it never reach it. Because the targets were low, and if you scan high, then maybe 10 by spotlight starts on top.
That's what I would be most worried about is the raster scan resetting as you roll the scale wheel or L wheel, and then
but the procedure
he's down
just
below
go
the scan
into,
and you're just stuck.
Go into spotlight. That is nice, but I think don't touch the antenna tilt because you have already 4-bar.
So like in BMS, it works 100% of the time. Like as soon as it's probably unrealistic, but I don't think the antenna pointing angle is modeled correctly because as soon as you like tilt the antenna up and down, you'll immediately get a brick on the radar.
I tend to believe you on that, but yeah, he is 26 degrees depressed, right? Which is, well, that's not from the horizon, but
Yeah.
you know,
So
he's down there. So if I was like, if you were to just ask me to guess why you didn't get a radar track file there, it's just probably because the scan volume is not low enough. Most common error there, probably. But
Yeah,
spotlight, not
it's certainly
spotlight.
possible. Yeah.
No idea on that one. So
yeah,
here
and
you're
you're also
running.
climbing, yeah. So that
Yeah, and climbing. Yep. So the geometry is not in your favor. So we're running. These dudes are in like full rundown mode at Mach 1.2. Like your time is super limited here. It's pretty much just you're kind of fucked right from the get go. I mean, really, like if they're that desperate to come kill you and they're not gonna worry about their life at all and just do Mach 1.2 straight at you, your only defense is to kill them first. Is to get lethal shots in there first, and then rely on somebody else to come save you. But which could have and probably should have happened. But we were just as far behind as you were in the middle lane. You know what I mean? As far as like SA to what was going on. I mean, a F-22 flight had just blown through here right in front of us. This was all just like a giant clusterfuck. So.
Yeah, but I mean, we could have dragged to the Hawks and Patriots. I mean, there's a lot of things we could have done better there.
Yeah, I mean, they're not shooting you with much effect right now, right? Like, they don't have a very good shot. So if you had been jamming transmit 1, running away from the spike, you would have probably had at least another 30 seconds to maybe get the radio call in there, and then somebody can.
I don't know if it's a good
take a
idea
quick
to
shot,
have
but
jammer on if you're running away from flankers.
I would do it. Transmit 1, right? So just aft, and then just blast away at them so that they're.
Jam?
2's just aft, isn't it?
Is it? I think it's
One
transmit
just
1.
no.
One is just aft.
Okay.
But aren't the
So like the home on jam
archers
thing is
on
a thing, but yeah, sure, it's a thing. But I just want to disrupt their ability to get a lock and shoot me, and that may make it take a little bit longer. But either way, like if you're in a kinematic range, if you're jamming or not jamming, they can easily kill you, right?
But in that short distance, they're gonna burn through anyway.
Yeah, that could be. I don't know, but it might make it a little bit more difficult for a short period of time. Is what I'm telling you. Just my 2 cents, but I'm not the man. This sucks.
Yeah, this is where you pull them into the Hawk. We were capping over the Patriot and Hawks, and then we got those flankers just in front of us, initially not engaging us, but there were tons of friendlies. I think I fired one Fox, which didn't do anything, but 2 of our flight members got killed, and I think 2 of yours as well.
Yeah, so I saw friendly F-16s underneath me. At this point, I thought we were much further away from the bandits. So, like, I thought there were no flankers within 30 miles. I thought, or at least no hot flankers. Like, I did not have any inner ring RWR. Like, they were on the edge of the inner ring. And I thought we were, either a victim of bugs or something.
At this point, right here, when you were already dragging.
No. When I turned in, when I turned in.
Here.
So. Yeah, so 2 City was no longer spiked, and I turn in to try to clear 3 and 4, who say that they're about to die from MiG-29s.
Oh, I see.
And this is where uniform was way too cluttered for me to get in. Like, my instinct was to just request Dark Star to get us to vector delouse onto us and just to continue running, which would have been the right thing.
It's really too much for one controller. Like all 3 of those lanes, and it's all just kind of chaos. If you had your own controller in your lane, then that would have probably been really easy for you to do, and you wouldn't have.
So my suggestion would be to not use uniform 14, please, so that I could, because like I could have hit QQ1 and then I'd have known exactly how far they were.
Interesting.
But, wow.
What would you do otherwise? Use uniform 6?
Well, I could ask the AI.
Right. Okay. So we do it over top of uniform 6, and then you could do both in theory. Yeah.
That's what we used to do.
If I can jump in quick, the problem with that is people have to disable like voice attack and stuff then, because otherwise you get the AI stepping on everything.
Well, okay.
What does
I
it have to
don't
do with
use
Sorry,
voice attack,
what's
but-
voice attack have to do with that?
Everybody's just like, what?
Yeah,
So-
just freaking attack
No,
me.
if
No,
you've
that's
got
just the
if
problem
you got
they have.
player if you got player voice on and you QQ1, then you have to listen to Joe say, Chalice Viper 1 request vector to nearest
Everybody has to
threat.
listen to it.
Yep.
I think clutter is clutter, and I don't know.
I think the
It's an
voice
option. It's a
attack-
thing you could do, but
The voice attack problem is when you're on 6 and you call the actual AWACS, like the human, say Breland, AWACS Bogeydo or AWACS whatever, Cobra
Yeah,
Bogeydo.
and
then the freaking
the AI steps in.
Yeah. That's the issue.
Can you just disable voice attack for a multiplayer flight then?
I don't use it, so I don't have that problem, but that's what I've heard that other people have.
Yeah, but that's like a harder thing to coordinate across a package of 20 people versus just using Uniform 14.
We managed it for years, so.
it's an option. I don't like this scenario is so shitty that alone may not have been the solution, but like it's much easier now to slow it down and look at it and think, okay, there was a flight of 4 ships, Su-27s. We went head to head with them. We shot at them. We didn't kill him. We shot again. We didn't kill him. We're running away. All of our the grinder depth is broken down. It's gone, and they're still probably coming at us. Like they weren't running away. So, when you have all the time on the ground, I think it's a lot clearer right now that they were just running you down. So. The threat is back there behind you, and if you turn around that you're, 50-50, that you're going to take a adder on the top of the head in the turn. But that doesn't mean you wouldn't still have to do it. You know what I mean? It sucks. This, though, if there was enough comm space available, probably a threat call, a few different threat calls here, and then potentially either.
According to
the
Breland, we were
controller-
all one.
Yeah,
They
it's
all
the problem
he only
with
saw
F-
me.
F4 radar.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, just a blob, right?
Only see the lead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks. I mean,
Yeah?
a real
Okay.
radar scope is going to be a mess there too. But potentially, if we could have gotten these guys roped in sooner, that's your deloss right there. Although I would have rather had it been us in the middle lane.
So was
Yeah,
Hawk players or?
Yes.
That's why those
Ah.
flankers were so close. So
I have to go.
Batman's
Thank you
flight.
very much.
I see.
Thanks, Cam, for let me read.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
That was the other reason I thought it was. Oh, sorry. That was the other reason I thought it was safe to turn in ish because I saw F-16s underneath me hot.
Right. That's tough, dude. If all this is
Yeah.
really clearly geometrically organized, right? So all the lanes are super clear and the avenues of approach for the different strike elements are also really clear, then this might have also been a simpler problem too, right? Because if it's just like, hey, we need a delouse in the south lane, and there's a strike element that's positioned behind you as their screen, then oh shit, that's our job, and they would come forward and shoot, right? If it's
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
lined up and aligned and in nice geographic positioning, right? So you've got a south lane that runs like this. The graphic in your brief is that, hey, the tar cap, if you want to call it that, or the sweep is right here. And then the strikers are back here with a certain amount of space. As you drive forward, you take your shots, you drag. You take your shots, you drag. Uh-oh, we're out of room. Now you call in the cavalry, which is your strikers. That they don't want to have to do that, but maybe they do. And that's their opportunity to shoot over your head and kill those guys from depth.
Yeah,
Be a nice way to organize it.
we do practice this on Monday. We have the lines on the map, just not this time.
Yeah, it's an option.
Yeah.
If you look at my ACMU, I've got the lines, but it didn't help.
But
yeah, we made lines for our own.
The problem was I think it was as it was on Ingress, it wasn't really established yet, and
Right.
there were
Nobody
a
was.
lot of assumption have been made, So okay, there's a MiG-29. Probably the center lane we're gonna take them, and maybe the safest decision would have been not to run into them, but take a safe step back, reorganize, and then do a coordinated effort. But it's hindsight, and we
Well,
had
this is a very like
we
this
had
is a super.
we had the southern group. It was untargeted. Oh my god, we have to kill them, or they're gonna kill our friends, stuff like that. So yeah,
This was a pretty compressed distance, right? Like there's not a lot of time to get everybody organized. So maybe if you have also in your planning a marshal with maybe a marshal limit line where you get all the flights organized first and then pushed together as a big organized package. That way you could have that organization we just talked about with sweep in front of strike in different lanes, and then we don't get shocked. Because this, I mean, obviously we're pretty far from home already, but it happened really fast. I was like, oh fuck. I was not mentally prepared to be starting shooting yet because we weren't even close to the flight. These
Correct.
red fighters were really pushing out. So
That is Stepan 3. Brilliant. I have a question for you. Are you still here? Oh. You see that that South group is just coming in. So I had expected at least a leaker call or something from the South group, because Cobra is defending and going back to the Hawk, and we are just running in our grinder, 20 miles. But when we turn hot, Jenkins and I, we had that flanker group, had the lead group of those flankers just close to us and actually underneath us. And I didn't see the closest guy, but his wingman at 15 miles. So we could also have a heads up from Darkstar, just say, okay, that South group is acting as leaker or something.
yeah, you'd have to set some kind of careful contract there. I mean,
I didn't realize that it was so bad from our right hand side.
me neither. Yeah, no clue. I thought you guys were cleaning those dudes up down there, having a good old time.
Yeah. So we were also surprised that we faced flankers just inside Mar, basically, 20 miles or closer, 15. We can run that, but I had expected from Darkstar just a little more help, I guess. Maybe he can't see it because these were number 3 and 4 from the initial group. 1 and 2 were shot at by Cobra 3 and 4. One was killed, one regained.
Yeah, he might not be able to tell.
Yeah.
He did say something about it. I'm not sure what the exact wording was, but he also gave me like a snap lock call or something.
Yeah.
So it was definitely like verbalized. I mean, me in the background there knew what was going on there.
Right.
So here's a concept for that. Maybe not like a perfect real world kind of analog, but if you, on this first engagement, if you do it ideally and you shoot around 30 miles and then go out around 20 to 22, somewhere in there, that you're going to have one more turnaround, shoot, and run away, right? So you get your first attack, you get your second attack, and you're done. Here, you don't get a shot, you don't get out until Mar, inside of Mar, right? So do you have another turnaround and shoot option available? No. All right, so you're already burnt. You don't have the ability to turn around and shoot again without merging, is essentially what's going to happen there, or getting cornholed. So you lost one shot here. You're done. These guys, your rear element, they've got a one engagement. They go out. You hear them call out, right? And there's still dudes behind you, right? They didn't clearly kill them. Well, that's it, right? Here, you're done. You have no more ability to turn around and engage. So this might be where you would set a contract, like in this scenario where you lost the ability to recommit, they lost the ability to recommit. Okay, let's call this leakers. And if you were tied to a strike element behind you, which would be the way I would organize this, right? Let's say there's like 3 sweeps and 3 sets of strike of some kind in some order. the striker that's tied behind you, when you call this as a leakers in the south lane, then that's their cue. Okay, we're gonna have to go overhead and engage these dudes.
I mean, that's like effectively Avalanche, isn't it?
No, well,
the thing here, yeah, it is kind of just without declaring it. I think that's like the thing here from my point of view is it wasn't declared that the south lane was the tar cap had fallen. It was just suddenly, the flankers have broken through or whatever.
You can call it an avalanche, sure. I mean, there's a significant mass here, right, that's distributed pretty evenly across these lanes. So is it all focused in one lane or the other? No. So does that really indicate that it's an avalanche? Like, oh fuck, we are poorly aligned? Maybe, maybe not.
Well, we had the avalanche north lane, so
Which was not
this
true
was,
either.
Yeah, so yeah.
Like, where's the avalanche?
So
Yes,
I'm
there's-
coming back. I'm coming back to Brilliant or to Darkstar and said, okay, maybe he could have called avalanche south lane. So that's more heads up than for the guys for us in the middle lane and for Falcon, who is just doing the backstop tap.
I would suggest that an avalanche indicates a degree of mass, and so I see what he was looking at here, right?
Yeah.
So there's a significant mass in the north, and maybe he didn't see that mass in the south. I mean, obviously they're not even down here yet.
It's the mass, and it's also the being overwhelmed. So and because in the north they just they drove them away, but here this is breakdown of the cap.
Right, and you can define that however you want. So if you want to define it that way, like that it's
that's
overwhelm
I
in
think
an X lane,
that's
then
how it's in the briefing.
Then absolutely, yeah. So if that's the contract, then just like I said, with some organization here, because there was no organization back here. It was just kind of
I think that's the root of the
clusterfuck.
problem.
I 100% agree. If we had clearly defined lanes, you had clearly defined axis of attack from the sweeps, and then behind them, neatly packaged at a certain distance.
I don't think it's a fragging problem.
Well, it's a mission planning problem, right? Like every failure is some kind of failure to plan.
Yeah, I think
almost always.
I think it's not if there were perfect lanes, then everything would have been fine. I don't.
No, I'm not saying that. But
just,
how do you combat this problem? We're looking at what happened and now saying, how do we not have that happen? Or better organization is probably the first step. Only an opinion.
Yeah.
I would like to announce something, which is much easier for me or for us in our squadron. Is if you have this situation like that with 2 or 3 tar caps, it's much easier to draw FARs. That means boxes 30 deep, 30 wide, 60 miles deep. So it's clear everything is entering that box is your target. So you have just to concentrate on that, what happened in your box. And
That's what we're talking about.
Don't have to communicate between, except when you have a lane crosser or lane rider, then you have to communicate between the boxes or have to ask Darkstar. This is my recommendation. If you have a situation like that draw 3 FARs and you have a better SA, much better SA, a better organization.
Yep, that's what we were just talking about as kind of one of 2 steps, right? The first one would be having some geographic organization of who's got what area of responsibility, but also how do we get all the flights in a position that we can evenly distribute our force and actually have some kind of defensive capability as well. Because we were strung out in a very weird line very early on, right? Like from this moment.
What about setting kill boxes over their bases, like in line, and each flight, whatever flies in that box gets shut down?
Well, the thing is, we couldn't get there. Yeah, so we have to get there first to launch in those kill boxes.
We're well
they
forward of
attacked
the
us
striking
on our ingress. Yeah, so we were barely beyond 0.3, and then we had to defend basically, or shoot at least.
So in this moment right here, I would want, in planning, I would want these guys not to be this far in front and have them basically all through these flights evenly kind of spreading out like fingers towards a respective lane. Because what happens is...
It's a question of marshalling then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why
So,
do
like
we
we said
not
before,
do a Marshall point? Like we never
Complicated.
seem to do it.
complicated and it's not really built into the BMS mission planning, but if you had here a
You
limit
can have
line,
three marshal
three
points.
marshals. Yeah, exactly.
Because
three
I
marshals.
mean,
Absolutely,
between
man.
like technical issues and stuff, right? The takeoff times are always screwed up. There's always someone playing catch up or something stupid.
Yep. So build a little slop in there because we we were 2 minutes late. We should have been probably right about here.
You can orbit it. You can Rolex if someone is late.
Yeah, but only if you have some sort of way to organize that, which would be.
I was on
a
the
Marshall.
wrong radio. Sorry.
But just to like talk through that quick, how would we do? We put everyone in a stack around a certain point, and then
Here's how I do it.
only when everyone's there we do a staggered
Here's how I do
release
it.
on that.
So, is this the base? Somewhere around here, right?
We can even put it north of the base. Burn some fuel.
Yeah, I would put it in line with the attack, right? So if the attack is over here, we want to kill air bases over here was really the goal, right? So I would put a Marshall limit line here, a big old line that says you don't go forward this until we reach a certain criteria, which is like we get all our shit together. And then you'd have probably just three. You could have three. You could have 6 different cap locations, right? So the north lane sweep is up here, the middle lane sweep is right here, and the south lane sweep is right here at a specific altitude. And then either maybe slightly behind that or just at a different altitude, you have the different striking elements in some sort of organization also stacked up behind that. And then you build in the slop in the mission planning for everybody to hold for, say, 5 minutes. And then, if required, the package commander says, hey, let's roll X again because we still don't have everybody. We're not ready to go. And now you're just eating into fuel, which is probably easier than time at this point. And now, once the package commander is like, okay, we got everybody, or at least we're pretty close, and it's going to work out geometrically, then, hey, package push. Or set a time. Hey, package push time 02. And now, at that time, everybody expects to cross the line in a certain geometric disposition, right? So north, middle, south sweep, and then at a certain distance behind them, say 20 miles, maybe 30 miles, maybe 40 miles, you have north, center, and south strike elements all pushing together.
You're gonna need contracts,
organized lanes. Yeah, absolutely. It'd be a lot of planning. Like that's not easy to do.
We're doing that next time because it always bugs me not having the Marshall stuff.
That's the way to do it, man. And it takes just a little bit of work from the element leads, but it also gives you a little time to breathe and sort your shit out. And now you're just working the clock and you're setting up a nice orbit here, you know. Set the legs as a flight lead. You're like, hey, maybe a 2-minute leg this way, and then the turn takes 1 minute, half standard rate, and then or standard rate, and then 2 minutes this way. Kind of working the timing so that in theory you're ready to push right at the time specified. And if not everybody's ready, then hey, package lead, I recommend a roll X5. Oh, sweet, roll X5. Now you hold for 5 more minutes and then push on time.
Yeah.
There's always like this uncertainty on ingress, you know, about your positioning and your own timing and stuff relative to everyone else.
Yeah.
That'll sort that crap right out. So we're doing that next time, one way or another.
Is there a volunteer fragger?
And
yeah, I guess.
Fraggist. All right, so we get through all this shenanigans. I think we're right about here. It really clears up fast with the AI and the Patriot Bukkake and so on. And then I think the organization from there worked out pretty well. So we have, who is this? Falcon? Was that the
I want
south?
to see our shot, Van. Just
where?
back, just a little bit back. So Cobra is retreating. 1 and 2 were killed. We were coming hot. And then we have those
This guy.
flankers. Yeah.
This dude just down here like chilling.
Can we take a second to look at how Hawk got jumped and what we could have maybe done better?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you ended up coming in behind, right? So again, an organization problem, right? These guys are running like crazy from all those flankers, and you guys come pushing in right behind them, right? So got to set some spacing in there, set some contracts, so that you know. I think in this case, who is your sweep? And today it should have been Cobra was your sweep element. And then if Cobra is like, oh fuck, then your flight knows right away, oh fuck, we're gonna have to engage. So you don't get surprised. But obviously you're just running into this giant mess here.
Yeah.
4 is probably unaware. Pop. 3, unlucky. Trying to save your life. Not gonna play out. Got kind of slow too. That's not gonna do it. Got to stay fast. And then 1 and 2 make it out of there alive. Yeah. Yep. He gets tired. This flanker wanted a smoke break. So yeah, I think he runs over here and gets fucked up by a man pad. Oh no. Okay, I see. Who is this?
Aiden shows up.
-2 is like, no way, dude. Heaters. Hell yeah. All right. Strict. We got here.
Yeah, I targeted number 4 on this one. The first flanker went underneath us. We didn't see them.
Yeah.
And that is because of, I think, scan pattern.
Definitely.
And
nice simultaneous shot here, which is good because that means more likely you'll get to defend at the same time. Bit of an offset. And then let's look at terminal here.
oh, next time, Jenkins, just say Fox 3, okay? Then I know you have taken the shot.
Yeah.
But that was right. We were on the same one, and we realized, okay, this is dangerous. So we
I was just terrified because of the 15 miles and yeah.
correct. But did
That's a
you
good
see
thing to be scared of, yeah.
Did you see the assign label of the data link? I assigned you.
No, I just shot.
Correct. I didn't hear it, so I had to shoot as well because that's
Okay,
why.
okay. Now I get it. Now I get what
Yeah.
you mean. Yeah. Because
So
I think I
here-
told you, yeah, I gotta shoot, and then I didn't say that I shot. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Right here, I wouldn't be too worried yet because he's not pointing at you. So he, well, kind of is. But he's way down low. He's not pointing at you. So if you had enough time to put all that in your head in real time, then probably wouldn't be too scared. But right here, as he starts turning towards you, it's like, oh, fuck. We're at 12 miles. He's coming in. I might just want to let these fly and run away. But he's all fucked up. Still doing Mach 2 when they get there. Pop.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. That was the point. So
north up.
That came
Sweet.
across. Good stuff, Jenkins.
Random F-18s.
I just have like a small problem with the Discord. Everything is kind of fine, and I can understand people very well. But on the radio, I kind of sometimes need to think what somebody said to me.
That's probably my bad language.
No. It's not that because on Discord it's fine. You know, it's just the radio. I might need to play around with like volume or something because it's also not just you. It's
maybe you get the wrong device in IVC.
I only. I'm sorry. What do you mean?
If you have multiple microphones or more than one headset, maybe you have selected in IVC the wrong one.
Yeah. No. It's the problem is with me hearing stuff over the. I don't know. The distortion kind of adds something, and then I can't hear. Maybe it's also the volume. Maybe I need to turn it up, play around a little bit, or turn the everything else down.
Yeah.
Definitely down the UHF.
Yeah.
No. I mean like the engine and stuff because I turned it up to
okay.
hear it better.
Okay.
That'll be the reason why.
Okay. Yeah, volume control is really important. You can also split different transmitters into your different ear, right? So you can have UHF in your left ear, VHF in your right ear.
Yeah, I already did that.
Okay, that helps a little bit. The distortion stuff is kind of just something you have to work through, and the language barrier is tough, but Also, the more people use good standard kind of brevity words, the more comfortable you'll get with what they sound like, and it gets easier.
Yeah.
It'll be good. I thought this was nice here, where the position you managed to get back into. I think that's Chris Reb for Cobra 7, 3, and 4, because we're back down there, and you're kind of right up there in their shit, which is good because you got the strike coming in as well. All right, let's see. So we've got nothing exciting happens anymore in the middle lane. Falcon's putting some SDVs out and a harm. Was that shot probably tied to this F-18 getting whacked? Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know there was
Ooh.
F8 an AI. I just saw the
Harm
launch
gets
and called
intercepted.
called a Magnum.
Both.
SA-11's like, nope.
Did hit? Oh,
Wow.
that's close. Such
Good
a
enough.
small target. You could, yeah. You could direct it so accurately. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, both sides of the runway, Fritz. Yeah.
No drift.
Yeah, that's bullshit, by the way.
Dead. Dead. But that's no. There it is. Yep. So there was maybe just the one SA-11 battery left right up here.
Yeah.
Rough.
Look,
And
the
then
strike made it
These tillers. Nope.
somehow. So
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
good.
I don't know. They
That's
just
the most
weren't being
important.
Strike
very
was
loud.
fine. Yeah.
We flew over it a bunch of times too. We were
Yeah.
well within.
So last time this is the second time we've flown the mission. The previous time those were mostly out of missiles, so that could have been the issue. Like there were
okay,
no
yeah.
nothing on top of the vehicles.
All right, so here's Hawk coming into the northern site. Right up in it.
Yeah, it was not emitting. I think it was also out of missiles. So this bomb, I think, went on the straight flush, but straight flush was mixed with fire can or something else, so it was
Yeah,
just a blob.
correct.
Boom.
Yeah.
You see that? At
Straight
least
flush.
Damaged.
Fire can straight flush. 6 launchers.
And there was also on the other side of the runway also some SA-6s, I think. Yeah,
Yep,
there.
right there. True.
But they never the radars never went online.
6. Yeah. Well, remember the 6 needs a host radar, unlike the 11, which has the integrated TELR. For the 6, once you kill the radar, the central radar, you're in the clear. Oh, here
They
we
take
go.
a pot shot at the strike at some
Flat
point, I think.
face. Yeah. You hit that as well, the flat face?
Now, I fired a harm before on the flat face, but it didn't connect. I think the flat face just shut down at some point.
What the hell's going on down here?
This
What?
one debrief point, because where's number 2? What's this? Oh, okay, toes.
That's a
What?
hell of a toe shot.
Yeah.
What?
This is an Australian. That's an Australian battalion.
Single side offset.
Oh, it's Australian. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Fucking lofted. Think about where the wires on this toe are. They're like fucking doing a big old loop out here. That's a lot of wire. Surprise, motherfucker. That's awesome. Oh, BMS. Never change. All right, cool. So that's that guy. Here we have another. That's the first attack. All right. There's some STBs away from Falcon again on the same site. Snowdrift still alive. Nope, Snowdrift's dead. Just hitting SA-11s. Popping Tellars. Looks like those might have gone into a fire can.
The tellers were dead, I think, most of the ones that we
Oh,
found,
looks
so
like
I
you're
just
right.
fired at other targets.
Oh, there's one mixed in up
more
here.
here.
Sneaky.
Yeah, we couldn't find those. So.
Sorry, I forgot. You can't see my mouse. Sneaky boys.
They might have been in buildings or something, come to think of it.
Stupid fucking AIs. Get out of here.
No, it's a bit away from the runway, if I can remember.
Okay.
So these were hitting
That's
the
weird.
runway. Bam, 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 bam. Very nice. Efficient. In, out, sorted. Sorry for asking you so many times if you were done, Campbell. My bad. Just could not keep it straight. Let's see. We have Hawk. Who's left? Mako. No fancy colors on Mako. A little late for Mako. I don't know if that was on. There just wasn't a lot of clarity on when to push as strikers, but kind of ended up waiting quite a long time for Mako.
Yeah, well, they Hawk called SA6 down, or whoever called SA6 down, and then Mako responded like a minute later with status SA6.
Correct.
And then went in.
It is tough, man, when there's like a lot of chatter going on. I think the best thing is to have the package commander in a or have a strike commander as well, who can sit back a little bit, listen to all that, and then with certain contracts authorize the different strike flights to do their different jobs, right? Just more ways that you can over-engineer this, but it worked out. And then always, I think I said this on Friday too. Anytime you call a SAM system down, add the bullseye as well. Because if somebody just gets confused and hears, oh, SA6 down, and they're thinking about the wrong SA6, that could be obviously not good.
But yeah, I mean, if somebody's confused, does a bullseye help?
Oh yeah, right? Because then if they're like,
I think we should name those properly. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know,
I was
Alpha, Bravo,
if
I was
people
Charlie,
adding the
1, 2,
airbase.
3.
You could do that. Yeah, that's another way to do it. Absolutely.
Because
if you know,
you know, when people get tumbleweed, numbers don't help them.
could be.
Yeah.
I think it's really easy to put your soy to the HSD and then run the cursor out. So if I hear that, anytime I hear an important bullseye call, right? If I hear a new picture call, boom, HSD is soy, and I'm putting the cursor over where the groups are being called so that I can visually depict it for myself in decent or in centered mode.
Yep.
And then if I hear the same thing, right? If I hear SA6 down, boom, HSD soy, and then the bullseye comes out, I correlate it. Oh, there's a PPT there. Shut that thing down, right? Turn it off with TMS down. So I think it's a great way to do it. But
So usually we
you could
name
also
them.
It is, but they're named usually, so it's much easier.
But in this case, we didn't. But since they were only SA6 and SA11 initially mentioned in the briefing, then I just said called SA6. Thought it was understandable. But you're fully right. We should probably name them and reference them somehow.
Yeah, and there's different ways to do it. So naming them
I
is
was
also
using the
valuable.
airbase name, so I kept calling it SA7 at Bina.
Yeah, and every time you did that, I would go to my little. I would wake my
What
laptop
airbase
up,
is that?
remind myself which airbase is Udbina, and then be like, yeah, that one. And then that's how my brain works, dude. But a bullseye, I don't give a shit. I don't have to worry about what the name is of the Serbian airbase, whose name I can't pronounce properly anyway. I
North,
just
south, probably
run
would
the
work
cursor
pretty
out,
well.
or yeah, you could do north, middle, south. Anyway, just funny. All right, there's shit going on up here. Koila is out here clubbing shit. I think. Nope, just chilling. Sweet. I think this is. Yep, this is where we find out that there's another SA11.
Because that eats Cobra for breakfast, doesn't it?
These guys. They didn't shoot me, they just lit me up. But I would have died, for sure. Right on top of them. Oops.
I'm still within their waist.
Oh yeah, we both were, dude. We would have both died big time.
Yeah.
That's a problem with those. It's really hard to kill them all, too. I think that's pretty much it. Is there anything we're missing? Oh yeah, one last shot from Falcon here.
SDB fuckery. That's what's happening.
Fuckery.
They hung 3 times.
Dude, what is with all the hanging now? Is this somebody
I don't
fucking
get
around
it.
with the 437 code?
I never have it. I don't know.
It started in
put
436. It got added to the game, and it's bad.
it's a little much. I briefly read in the manual. I was trying to figure out what happened with my hung AMRAMs yesterday, where I had no AMRAM because I pushed the pickle wrong, I guess. And a short pickle, I get it. If you want to have it hang for a short pickle, like you click it, cool, fine. Make it a percentage chance to hang.
But if you hold
But I don't fucking do that. And then in the manual it says if you push the pickle too short or too long, then it might hang. That does not make sense. Too long depression makes no fucking sense.
No.
I don't think that's true. I think the manual's just wrong there. But yeah, too short, you roll a die, and I think there's a 30% chance.
Right.
Once you let go, that you get a hung
I think,
AMRAM.
dude,
like that.
I don't know, Abe, because I held that fucking pickle button forever, and the bomb did not come off. I released the pickle button, they hung. So it could be too short, too long.
The
But it's the
STBs.
whole thing with the quality of your switch, eh?
Dude, I think that's a thing. I know that's a thing, but like for example, I know the switch on my joystick is good to go. Like it's very high quality and it's not very old. So
I hung
there's
my
definitely some shenanigans.
yeah, I
What
hung my
is long?
GBU
What is
doing
short?
too long of a pickle, I think. Although
Yeah,
I guess it
so-
might have
But
been
it's
relative.
just like it's like an unaccounted for factor, right? Everyone has a different joystick. It's a freaking PC game.
Exactly.
That's the bullshit part.
Yeah.
That's true. Good point.
Well, I thought I had also a hung AMRAM. So what I did is I pressed the button for at least 1 second. Then I released it and pressed again, and then it went
Same.
off.
Oh, it
Today
came off the rail?
on my first kill, it was like that. I need
Yeah.
to click it again.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might
Mako
be.
just got to
So
be different.
that
to get
works.
much
I
more.
don't know if it works for
Yeah.
bombs.
Yeah.
Nope.
Because you have to check the MFD if it is stated mal or hum. You have to do something with your station select on your right hand side just to get the power of the stations and back on.
I haven't seen that
Maybe
work
the-
yet.
So
maybe
I found cycling MMC works,
Oh,
but I
really?
don't know what else it
MMC.
fucks up.
Even MMC.
That's a mission computer, right?
You cycled to the MMC?
Yes,
Oh.
I just fucking started turning switches off and on until one of them
Good.
worked.
And it worked? And it
That's
worked?
MMC worked, yeah. It's the
Wow.
second,
Don't even start
You
the
lose
engine.
everything. You lose
second switch
everything.
on the top row, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one fucking, it did something I had to
The
hit.
most left hand corner. Yeah. Left hand
Uh,
top corner. That is
yeah.
MMC. You shut it down. You. Oh.
Hold
That's
on.
that whole knock it off call we talked about a while back.
So do you lose data cartridge and initialization and everything?
Well, the
Mission
first time I
computers.
turned off the top two switches on the left, and then the
Sorry,
second time, I need the cockpit. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, no, I'm
This is
asking
hard
straight.
points, I
Talking
think.
about the hard point power, or are you
Oh
talking
no,
about
like way
yeah.
back to the back right.
Yeah, back right. That is.
So
Doesn't the mission computer take time to restart if you switch it off?
not really, not in BMS. So I had to FAC, avionics fault, clear that, and then fucking cycle air to ground master mode until it gave me what I was expecting.
Yeah, okay.
But that cleared the hung store, but again, they hung twice. I dropped one, and then it hung again when I tried to drop an additional one after the first actual drop. So I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm gonna have to test it.
Gabe, here's my view on the landing approach.
I think it's probably too green on the ground, and I literally can't see you. And probably my
Yeah.
radar too small.
So
Right.
I actually saw you right about here. I saw
Mm.
you over my shoulder, and I knew you had broke really tight. And I thought about saying, "Hey, I'm at your, left 10 o'clock," but I didn't
I
want to.
was going to ask you whether you're gonna call. I was going to say blind, but it
Yeah.
was,
If in doubt, just say blind. It's free, and I'll never mind if
Yeah.
you say blind. Like you said blind a couple times in the flight. It was like, "Yep, don't worry about it. Just flow the setting or whatever."
Yeah.
And we sorted out. So always free. No big deal though.
I pulled
I'm
too tight.
shocked and impressed that we recovered like 25 planes and nobody freaking died. It's awesome.
God, they're
Somebody have their gears like knocked down, and I see a little bit fireball on the ground.
Oh really?
We land-
Somebody did land gear up?
Yeah. Belly
Classic.
down.
Classic flight sim stuff. I love it.
Oh wow!
Holy shit!
Who is that? Mach 8.
Upsell.
Who's that? What's going on here, dude? Are you cheating?
It's a casual Mach 8 approach. I don't know why
You
you're all
hacking?
so much of a pussy.
You get your
Vertical landing.
traditional blue text again.
Circle the land, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Here you
I
go,
don't
here's-
know. It's fine all mission, and then when I get close to the airbase, it's blue text all the time, and that's not very fun.
That's the
So
Amstel cam.
strange.
If anybody's wondering what that looks like.
Oh,
Mach 1.3.
It's also
Mach
not so
7.
nice in the cockpit because you get the blue text, then everything stops, and then eventually it comes back, but it's now at 8 times speed. So, wow, I was not prepared for this.
I'm impressed you didn't die. Great job.
Ven,
Gabe
are
was
you
a
an
rock.
instructor or something? You're pretty good at this.
I love flight sims, dude. I love airplanes.
That's
All
it.
right. Anything else? Anything we missed? That was pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Are we finally happy to put this mission to rest, or we're doing it again next
We
week?
won't do it again.